U.S. Army Engineer Regiment is a proud and storied branch of the United States Army that builds, fights, and protects. Its history is America's history, beginning on June 16, 1775, when the Continental Congress authorized General George Washington to appoint the Army's first chief engineer. Army engineers were instrumental in many of the hard-fought battles of the Revolutionary War, such as Bunker Hill, Saratoga, Stony Point, and the final victory at Yorktown. Since then, the Engineer Regiment has gone on to serve the nation in wartime and peace for 250 years. Engineer soldiers have played crucial roles in every major conflict, including the Civil War, both World Wars, Korea, Vietnam, the Persian Gulf, and the global war on terror. Today, engineer soldiers continue to build on the traditions of courage and innovation, always ready to live up to their motto of Essayons, or let us try. More than 83,000 soldiers serve in engineer units across the Army's active, National Guard, and Reserve components. Army engineers support the Army and Joint Force with combat mobility, counter mobility, and survivability, general and geospatial engineering. They breach obstacles, clear routes, construct fighting positions, and clear the way for friendly forces while stopping the enemy in their tracks. Army engineers also bring specialty capabilities like prime power production, firefighting, diving, and urban search and rescue. They are multi-talented, frontline engineers, warriors, and the embodiment of the Army's motto, be all you can be. The regiment also encompasses the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, which is comprised of more than 35,000 Army civilians and another 900 soldiers. For 250 years, USACE has been engineering solutions to our nation's toughest challenges with a portfolio of programs and projects to secure the nation, strengthen the economy, and reduce disaster risk. USACE military programs help support our nation's warfighters and their families with state-of-the-art facilities, and their Civil Works programs touches communities across America. Throughout the nation, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers projects allow goods to flow along the nation's navigation channels. They produce power at any one of their 75 hydropower dams. They reduce risk from flooding in countless communities across the country. They provide outdoor recreational opportunities at more than 400 lake and river projects in 43 states. They work to clean up our environment at formerly used defense sites, allowing communities to once again use these properties. And they work with landowners to mitigate impacts to our nation's wetlands. When disaster strikes the communities we serve, USACE stands ready to provide engineering recovery efforts when called upon, including supplying temporary emergency power to critical facilities, providing temporary roofing to our neighbors' homes after a storm, and cleaning up debris from wildfires, floods, and hurricanes. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers helps hard-hit communities get back on their feet. Through the decades, technological advances have allowed the Engineer Regiment to meet the challenges that didn't exist during the age of muskets and cannons. That innovative Essayons spirit is exemplified in the Engineering Research and Development Center's cutting-edge laboratories, which research the next generation of tools and technologies to help our nation's warfighters fight and win on future battlefields. As we look ahead to the future, Essayons continues to guide the U.S. Army Engineer Regiment and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Army engineer soldiers and civilians are the builders, the warriors, and the innovators. They remain ready to deliver today, tomorrow, and always.